Good morning, everyone. Day 63. It rained all night last night. This weather's been funky. Anyway, I looked at the weather forecast this morning before I left, and at least for this area, for the next 5 days, 6 days, it's no rain. So that would be nice to get everything dried out and take a little break from the rain. So I think I figured out why I'm not sleeping, which I'm assuming this is why. You know, I'm a side sleeper, and I have that foam pad to sleep on, and it's not very thick. I think what's happened is I've lost all the meat, the fat around my hips, so the bones are real exposed. My hip bones are exposed. They're used to having a little more padding, and I think they're getting, what happens is I wake up, my hip hurts, so I roll over to the other side. Well, it doesn't take long for my hip to start hurting. I got all my weight on my hip when I'm sleeping, so it's like I lay there. So I tried it last night. I woke up so many times last night. It was crazy. So I'm thinking, what the hell? It keeps waking me up. Why am I waking up? And I said, maybe it's my hips. They're tired from walking or something like that. So I just rolled over on one of my hips, and I tried not to go to sleep. I'm just laying there. And not within 5-10 minutes, with less than 10 minutes, my hip starts hurting. I'm like, that's it, man. My hip's hurting because it's laying on the bone. It's not laying on that padding of fat that we all have around our hips. And so I'm like, oh man, that sort of sucks, because it sort of makes sense. So I rolled over onto my other hip, and sure enough, within about 10 minutes, it was sore. It was hurting. So I think I understand why I'm waking up so much. And I can go to sleep on my back. I have the ability to fall asleep on my back. So I lay there, I intertwine my fingers so my arms don't fall off of me and pull the sleeping bag off me or anything like that. And I'll fall asleep. But as soon as I fall asleep, I naturally roll over onto my side. So I think I figured it out. So, I mean, I get to the point where it's 3-4 o'clock in the morning and I'm exhausted. I think I finally pass out from exhaustion. The pain I think I sleep right through the pain because I'm so tired. It's like I woke up at, I don't know, I fell asleep. The last time I looked at the clock, it was 4:35 or something like that. And I rolled over and I fell asleep. And I woke up about 6. It was a little after 6. It was light out. So I started getting my stuff together. I'm like, man, I'm tired. I'm still really tired. So I just dropped everything, laid back down, and I did fall back asleep for about another hour. And I got up at 7 and packed up my stuff and hit the trail. So anyway, I think I figured out. But the good news is my new pad just came in yesterday. So I figured out where to get it sent. That's ahead of me. And I can drop it or have it drop shipped to the post office. Sorry, it's chilly out here. Chilly and windy and lovely weather. Found out where I'm gonna get it shipped. I'm having her throw in my good sleeping bag too. This bag is not doing it for me, or this quilt. I'm freezing. I'm on the big old my sleep system sucks right now. So I just can't keep going through this exhaustion. phase. Anyway, so everything's going to meet me in a place called Wind Gap, Pennsylvania. So the unfortunate part about that is that's another week to 10 days out, but it's got to get there. I got to get there. And it's the next big town that has hotels and stuff. So what I'll do is I'll push through to there, and that's where I'll take my next zero. So that's anywhere from a week to 10 days. There's no weather in the forecast, or no weather. Yeah, we have no weather. There's no rain in the forecast in this area for the next week or so. But that's the problem with getting weather out here. Within 3 days, you're 60, you're anywhere from 50 to 60 miles away. Weather changes. So anyway, I get my good sleeping bag back. Get the air mattress. I'm gonna take the foam pad, put it under my air mattress to help protect the air mattress, plus give me a little more padding. Maybe I'll be able to get a little sleep then. So anyway, that's my pity party story for this morning about my sleeping. Sorry, I didn't mean to be negative. I'm just telling me what's going on, so I remember all this stuff. So on the bright side, if there is one of me being lost, the trail splits twice, and there's no white blazes anywhere. Oh, it says turn right. Okay. So the good news is, what am I, 3 miles, I think. So there's a deli 3 miles from here, 3.5 miles. Oh, there it is. Okay. There's a deli, just under 4 miles from here. About a half mile off trail. So I'm gonna go there. I think it's 7:30 right now. I'm gonna go there, get something to eat. I had my chocolate coffee drink a little while ago, but I'm gonna see if I can't get some sort of breakfast and get a couple sandwiches for the rest of the day. I'm down to, I have probably, I could probably eat another day and a half. That's how much food I have, which is good. It's light, and there's options. So once I get to this deli, I only got about 20, I think 24. I don't know. I looked at the numbers so many times, I keep getting them jumbled up. The Appalachian market is right on the trail. 20, let's just say 24 to be right around that area. That's 24 miles away. I'll get there tomorrow morning, and they're open 24/7. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I will go there, sit down, have a full breakfast tomorrow morning. I'll time it so I get there. So I'll go get something to eat now. This morning, that'll put me, 4 miles. So right around 9 o'clock, I'll get there. 9:30. Get some food to eat for today, and gets me out of there half hour. Let's see. I don't know. I'll be back out of there before noon. That gives me 7 hours before sunset. 2 miles an hour. That's 14 miles. That leaves me 6 to 10 miles into. Ow. 6 to 10 miles into the Appalachian market in the morning. Ow. Just jacked up my ankle. And then I'll be able to have a hot breakfast tomorrow and resupply. So that'll work out. I'm getting into some bad stuff. So anyway, that's my story. day 63, I think. So that's about it for now. I'll talk to you later on today. So I just realized that I might sound a little surprised about the weather, that it's starting to get cold and the rain and all that kind of stuff, and the wind, but I just really realized, Mr. Oblivious here, it's September. It's it's fall, so leaves are gonna start changing. I mean, they already have. The good thing is I'm gonna get into Virginia, up in the Blue Ridge Parkway and all that. It's gonna be gorgeous down there. How come every time I talk to you guys I get into some bad terrain? I can't navigate without two hands. So yeah, it's fall, and I don't mean fall like bust my ass fall. I mean it's we're getting into winter time pretty soon, so the weather is a changing, and so I got to get back into cold nights and all that kind of stuff mode mentally. Let's hope this new sleep system, let's just say redo part 2 sleep system works out for me a little better. I know the sleeping bag will. My sleeping bag is rated, or my quilt is rated at 10 degrees. That thing is the warmest damn quilt I ever slept with. Man, as soon as you put it on, you can just feel your body heat like absorb around you, just sort of envelop you. So unlike the one I have now, I got this one here because of the fact that it wasn't heavy and it wasn't hot, but it's getting to the point where this one is going to be absolutely useless. So I think when I pick up my other box, I'll have another box packed up, and I'm going to send home a handful of things, like this quilt and extra shirt and a couple other things that I got that I don't really need, so on and so forth. So yeah, this is pretty funky terrain here. I think we're getting into the area where they said New York is bad for rocks. I think we're fine, because the whole time I've been in New York, I've been like, what the hell is everyone talking about? New York is rocky. I'm starting to experience some of that. So I think it's southern New York and northern Pennsylvania rocks. So like I said, they call Pennsylvania Rocksylvania out here. So we're starting to get into a little bit of that finally. But fall is upon us. It's really gonna suck. Ooh, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not gonna be anywhere for Thanksgiving. I'm not gonna get to do Thanksgiving this year, or Halloween either. Oh, that sort of. I had talked about that. Most of you know that I love Halloween. Most of you that know me know we did every year over on the Elm Street house. We did big pirate ship. I built a huge, big wooden pirate ship in the front yard every year, and we'd have 20-30 friends all dress up as pirates, and we give out candy to the kids, let the kids come on the ship, take pictures of the pirates. It was pretty cool. Love Halloween. So this year, no Halloween, although October 29th is PCT permit day, so that's sort of going to be my Halloween celebration this year, getting my PCT permit. And then Thanksgiving. I sort of hope I'm close to finishing by Thanksgiving. That's the end of November. If I get into December on this trail, that can be problems. I won't get into December. Right now I'm meandering and moseying and all that. I'm still technically in August, and I'm still blowing down miles. I'm almost 800 miles into it. 800 miles. That leaves me with, what is that, 1,400 miles left? Yeah. So I got 1,400 miles left. Not quite, but just about right there. I got 3 months to do 1,400 miles. So that's what, 450 miles, something like that per month. That's not very many miles per day, and not as many as I was talking about earlier. I know I already went through this yesterday, I think, so, or day before. But that's good. I'm gonna milk out New York like I'm doing right now. Like I said, I'm going to another deli this morning, another one tomorrow. I'll keep doing it. And then I don't know how Pennsylvania's gonna ride out. I might get on I know eventually I'm gonna jump back into the let me knock out some miles mode, so that I'm not stressed out mileage wise at the end trying to get done. Yeah, like I said, if I get done by December 1st, that lays out perfectly for me to do the 3 weeks of the Pinhoti and the BMT. That leaves me a week in December to get down to Key West and spend a couple days in Key West, and then get up to the Florida Trail by July 1st or January 1st. So I know I said I wasn't talking about planning, but that's a plan that's a static thing. That one doesn't move. So anyway, and someone asked me the other day, as a matter of fact, when I talked about Key West, said, "You sure you want to do the Key West section of that?" And I've always said I want to do the Key West section because it's all road walk. And I guess one of the guys out here said he hated it. Said he did the Florida Trail, wanted to go down to all the way to Key West. He said it was just, all you're doing is walking down the road, and then you find some hotel to stay at, and you stay at it. He goes, there's absolutely no trail about it. He goes, it's just a road walk up there. So if I end up, the 3 weeks, Pinhoti, BMT, all that takes, and I'll already be in hike shape. I might not even take that long for the Pinhoti. So 3 weeks might be too much, but we'll see. Because it's not like there's anything to do other than hike the trail. I can skip the Key West part. The whole novelty of going to Key West. I love that. I love the Keys, and I always thought it would be cool to walk up through the Keys. But if I can't do that, that's not going to break my heart. I got bigger plans, bigger things on the horizon. If I need to skip that part and just get down to the beginning of the Florida Trail, I will. So that gives me some leeway there too. I have plenty of buffer for everything. I mean, the two main things I'm going to do are the AT and the Florida Trail. Those are the most important. So anyway, I'm rambling. I don't know why I get out of breath with it back there. It's a little bit uphill, but nothing. I guess I'm talking at the same time. It's like when you're going up a really steep hill and you try to take a drink of water and you're like, because you stop breathing for 5 seconds or whatever, and then you lose all that oxygen you were getting, so you get all out of breath. So anyway, boy, it is a brisk August morning. Although September, but the leaves are turning. Like I said, it is going to be fabulous going down through Virginia. When I get down through there, it's going to be, all the leaves are going to be turning. It's going to be gorgeous. And that's why a lot of people like going southbound, because they catch the south in the fall, and it's spectacular. So I'm looking forward to that. Now you talk about a lot of pictures and video, that will be definitely on the menu. So all right, I'm done messing around. I'll catch you in a little while. Okay, interesting thing just happened to me. I come up around the corner on the trail, and I look up, and there's this big black dog coming at me. Now, he looked like a bear at first. I was like, holy crap, a bear. But it was a dog. It was one of those big, large poodles. I guess he's a poodle. I don't know what they call those big poodles. All black, curly, dark black, curly hair. And he came up to about my waist from what it looked like. And he comes running up and I don't see an owner. He's not on a leash, nothing. And I'm like, shh. I'm thinking to myself, okay, get ready. And I stopped. And he's running at me. And he gets about, I don't know, 10 yards from me. And I put my poles up in like I'm gonna stab him. I got both of them up. And he stopped. And I'm looking at him right in the eye. Because most dogs, if you stare them in the eye, they'll back down. Unless they're really aggressive. So I'm staring at him, he's looking right at me. And he starts walking towards me like stalky walking. I'm like, son of a, and I'm yelling now. I'm like, I don't know whose dog this is, but I'm gonna stab him in the face if you don't get him under control. And the lady comes walking up, Bootsy, Bootsy. She's yelling at the dog. Dog's not paying a damn bit of attention to her. I said, I'm gonna stab him in the face. He gets any closer. And she's yelling. Now she's running up, running. She goes, he's friendly, he's friendly. I'm like, he doesn't look very friendly. And he's not growling or anything. His hackles aren't up. At least I don't think so. But I'm looking right at him in the face, and he's just slowly walking towards me. So I get, I'm gonna stab this dog. Right, I'm gonna stab him, and he gets close enough to me that I can reach him with my pole. I'm poking him in the eye. I don't care. So by this time the lady runs up, and I'm standing there, and he's slowly getting, and she grabs him by the collar, right, and she pulls him off to the side, and so I just walk around him. I'm like, that's not cool. And that's all I said. I'm like, that's not cool. And I just kept walking. And she did. She said it again. He's friendly. I'm like, he's not friendly. I said, there was nothing friendly about that approach. So my question to you dog lovers, I'm a dog lover. I'm a huge dog lover. I love dogs. But a dog like that comes up on you that big, if he'd have got like one step closer, I'd have stabbed him in the face. I mean, literally, that's how close he was to me. Would I have been in the wrong? Or would I have been the bad guy because I stabbed the dog in the face because he wasn't? I guess it depends on your definition of aggressive. He ran up on me and then he's just slowly walking towards me. To me, that's aggression. That's stalking. That's what dogs do to their prey. They stalk up on him. And then, I'm assuming the lady would have freaked out if I stabbed her dog with my trekking pole. But then, would I have been in the wrong? So, anyway, people, keep your dogs on a leash. Especially out here on the trail. Jeez. I mean, I get letting your dogs run, but there's people out here and you need to be able to control your dog. If your dog's not going to come when you call his name, you need to keep him on the leash. So anyway, I'm just curious, I would have ended up being the guy in the wrong because I stabbed the dog because I was worried he might attack me. He could have been the friendliest dog in the world. He sure didn't act like that to me. So anyway, just sharing. Man, it's crazy the stuff you experience out here on the trail. I don't get it. I mean, when you come out onto the trail, does your brain disengage from the rest of your body and you stop thinking about common sense, doing the right thing? Oh, I'm out in the wilderness. My dog can do whatever he wants. Control your dogs. Those people, man, I don't know. I don't get it. I was worried. I really was. I was at the point. This is a big dog. I got chased by many dogs when I did the bike ride going cross country. And you can always tell the difference between a dog that is cool, his tail's wagging. This dog's tail wasn't wagging. It wasn't moving at all. So to me, that was an aggressive approach. Okay, not that today's mileage wasn't going to be tough enough, because the goal was to go about 18 miles to this one shelter. The only shelter between, well, not the only one, but the only one that's out a little ways, not within 3 miles or 5 miles or anything like that. Anyway, not that I was not going to be squeezed for time as it was by stopping in to that deli this morning and hanging out, and I had coffee and I had eggs and bacon and I had orange juice and I had and I ordered a Reuben sandwich for lunch, and then what was the other thing? I got a Italian sandwich for dinner tonight. So I'm out here walking. So I didn't really get going till between 11 and 12 on after I got to the deli, and I had I think 12 miles, something like that, to the, no, actually it was more than, it was 14 miles, 14.1 or something like that, to get to the tonight's shelter, to get, to an actual shelter. Which I don't even know why I worry about it, because they don't have bear boxes here, so it doesn't matter where you sleep if there's no bear box, because I'm tenting anyway. I could tent anywhere. I can hang my bear bag anywhere. It's just the convenience of throwing bear bag into bear box. I don't have to hang. So anyway, so there's one big mountain that I got to climb, and it's almost 2,000 feet, and it's pretty steep too. So I climb up it, well, about just a little under 2 miles into the climb. It's near the top, but not all the way up. And so, sorry, I'm out of breath coming uphill still. I'm on the same hill. So I go in there because there's a sign on the post outside the shelter that says shelter here, plenty of room, but it wasn't a shelter, it was a campsite. So, and it was this big grassy area, so you just camp right on the grass. Awesome. But it's too early in the day. I'm not going to stop here because it would have been a short day. It's probably 2 o'clock, I think. No, it wasn't even 2 o'clock yet. Something like that. It was earlier than 2. Anyway, my numbers are all screwed up. Anyway, I go in there, and there's a sign on there that said there's bottled water at this place that they keep as replenished, because most of the water sources up here on the mountain are contaminated. They have chemicals in them from farms and all that. So, so they don't recommend. They said if you're going to drink the water, to filter it and chemically treat it, which I could do that, but if they're telling me there's chemicals in there, why even risk it? And I had some water, but when I saw the sign about the bottled water, I was like, score. So I go in and I fill up all my jugs, because it's still a little ways to the next campsite, of course. Like I said, more than a liter's of water worth. And I come on, it's a blue blaze to get into this little area, so I sit there for a little bit and I drink as much water as I can. So I'm cameling up. I drink as much water as I can, and then I fill up all my containers, and then I come back and then I start heading out. Well, me and my infinite wisdom, I'm following the trail back out to the trail. And I'm following the side trail to the trail. And me and my infinite wisdom, there's no blue blazes for this. So I'm just trying to walk out in a general direction to get back to the trail. And I just remembered I walked up this big old hill and I came out and I got turned around and I started walking downhill thinking, oh, I'm on the other side. I mean, yeah, you know where this is going. So I'm walking down, just in my ignorant bliss. And I come down and there's another shelter down there. It's a really weird shelter. It looks like an old building. What they did, they took one of the walls off because it has a door in the front. And you walk up, open the door, and the back of the building's gone. So it looks like it was just an old shed and they turned it into a shelter. Had picnic tables and all that. Anyway, I'd stopped in there just to check it out. Well, I walked back down. I don't know, it was 1.7 miles all the way back down the mountain, that steep mountain that I just climbed up. And I walk up, I'm like, man, this looks really familiar. And then I realized what happened. I'm like, oh man. So in all of that, I look at what time it is. It's already 3 o'clock. So I look at the distance to the shelter I still got to go to. And it's still 10 miles. I'm like, oh man, it's 3 o'clock. It gets dark at 7. So that's 4 hours. In order for me to do 10 miles by dark, I got to do 2.5 miles an hour. Well, as you can tell by my video, I'm not doing 2.5 miles an hour. I'm lucky I'm doing 1 mile an hour. This mountain's so steep and I've already attacked this thing once and I'm like, duh. So anyway, nothing like adding an extra, 3.4 miles to your day for no reason at all, just other than you need the exercise. So I think, looks like I'm finally at the top of the mountain and it's probably, I don't know, it's probably 3:30, maybe almost 4 by now. So, needless to say, I'm not gonna make it to the shelter tonight. I'm gonna have to find a place up here on the other side of this mountain, although this is a ridge line, so I'm gonna have to find a place. But I read on Gut Hooks this summit up here, it has a great sunrise. So maybe I call in an early day, find a stealth spot up here, and be up here for the sunrise. So we'll see. If you see pictures of the sunrise tomorrow, then you know I did it. And if you don't, then you know I kept going and found some place in the woods. So anyway, that's my story for now of my ignorant bliss. The peak here, and this is painted on the rocks. It says in memory of September 11th. See, it's painted up here on the rocks up on the peak. So out there is the west. So that's where the sun will rise. So out there is the east. Woo, it's been a long day. So that's where the sun will rise. As you can see, there's the sun right there, somewhere up there. So that's there. So if I come back all the way around, the sun is gonna rise right over there. So, if I can find a good stealth spot anywhere around here, I might have to stay here for the night and just relax and don't worry about getting to the deli tomorrow and get there tomorrow, the camp where the deli is, and then hit it first thing in the morning or something like that, or just screw the deli. I don't know. I felt myself feeling urgency again today, and then I said, why? Mainly because of this stupid going up and down the mountain twice. And then I sort of felt an urgency, like, oh, I gotta make up the miles. I don't gotta make up the miles, so I'm gonna look around up here. If I don't see anything within the immediate vicinity over on the other side, I'm gonna keep going. But if I can find something pretty close, I think I'll stay up here. We'll see. Well, end of day, I think 63. I'm at a place called Canopus Lake. There's a lake through those woods over there. As you can see, there's my tent. I'm all set up. I just had dinner right there. So this place is off the trail about a half mile, and it's a big recreation area. So I'll check it out. There's a deer over there eating in the grass where I'm sleeping. Ha! My tent. There's the deer. That's interesting. Anyway, this place, Canopus Lake, it's a recreational area. It's a big lake. They have a concession stand, which if I wouldn't have went down the mountain and back up again, I would have made it by the time they opened. They closed, or by the time they closed. They closed at 5 o'clock. I got here at 5:18. So I missed the concession stand. I was so wanting a cold soda too. They have burgers and fries and all kinds of stuff. And they have sodas and they have ice cream and all that. They open at 10 tomorrow. So this is free camping area for AT thru hikers, this whole big area. I guess he had enough grass. He's heading on. Hey! You don't know about me. Oh, there's another one in the bushes. See him over there? He's looking. So they're grazing. Okay, here he comes. Oh, there's 3 of them. Oh, there's little ones. Let's see if we can get closer, see what they do. Oh, he just saw me. Let's see if we can get closer. Sorry about the bouncing around. There's a whole family over there. I think they're used to humans. They're coming right at me. They're watching me, but they don't think, they're not very scared. They're looking. Check them out. I wonder if they think I got something to eat for them or something. Pretty cool. Anyway, let me go back down to regular. So that's my story for today, day 63. Like I said, this whole area is for AT thru hikers. The only people can sleep down here are thru hikers. There's no hiking anywhere else allowed in the area. Like I said, I missed the concession stand closing by 15, almost 20 minutes. So I was just walking down the trail too, and it had a sign said concession stands and AT thru hikers camping. I'm like, what's this? Didn't even know anything about it. So I'm like, I'm curious. It said half a mile, so I came down. I was hoping there'd be like a camping spot and a soda machine, but it's a true blue recreational area. So they open at 10. So I think I'm gonna hang out here. I'll sleep here tonight. Sleeping in the morning. Well, sleeping's a relative term. I'll hang out till 10, wait till the concession stand opens. I'll get a couple of burgers, I think. Get a burger and a second burger to last me, because I think I got 15 miles to go to where I was gonna go today. That's a long story too. But I saw this place, wanted to check it out, and decided to just stay here. So I'll stay here tonight, hang out in the morning, wait for the concession stand to open, get a couple of things to drink, a Gatorade, large soda, get a couple of burgers, eat one then, and then have one for the hike for the rest of the day. And then I'll camp at the city park at the Appalachian Market in Delhi, which is open 24/7. There's free camping at the city park there. There's a baseball field there, so I can camp there. I'll wake up the next day, or I'll get dinner at the Appalachian Market, and then wake up the next morning, pack up my stuff, go to the market, get breakfast, and then head on down the trail. So it sort of works out as a plan instead of me busting my ass today, which I was trying to at one point. And like I said, it worked out for the better for me. This is good. I'm here by myself. Big fire pit. I ought to make a fire and just sit around it for a little while, but then I got to worry about it going out and all that. I don't know if I want to deal with that. But check them out. They're wandering around, looking around. So anyway, that's my story. Day 63. Trying to think. That's about it for now. Where am I headed to? I don't even know what town is next. Big town. I'm not sure. I think Bear Meadows or something like that. I don't know. I'll let you know when I get there. How's that? What I should be doing. So that's my story. Day 63. Hope you guys are safe, and I will talk to you tomorrow.